celebrating their achievements, and reflecting on the challenges they face in leadership. We are thrilled to have you all join us today for this meaningful discussion.
Absolutely, partner. This event aims to honor the transformative contributions of women throughout history and explore how their participation continues to shape governance for a more inclusive society. To officially open our program, let us call on Carl Gabriel Manico, who will share their thoughts and then set the tone for today's discussion.
So, yeah. Good morning again, everyone. And I'm Katnang Kaliba, and I'm one of the speakers for today's seminar. And it's an honor to be with you today as we discuss critical and timely topic: women in politics. So, women have played vital roles in political life throughout history, yet their contribution often go unrecognized. This seminar aims to explore their transformative achievements and the challenges they face in modern governance. So, while women have made transformative contribution to political life throughout history, there is still much work to be done to ensure to uh, there is too much to be ensure their continued success and recognition in political sphere. Um, the challenges are real, but so too is the strength and determination of women who refuse to be silenced. Um, as we continue this seminar, let us reflect on the achievements of women in politics and work together to build a future where their voices are not just heard but respected and celebrated. Thank you for being part of this important conversation, and let's continue to push for more inclusive and equitable world where women's contribution to governance are fully acknowledged and valued. Next slide, please. Yeah, so purpose of the seminar. So the purpose of this seminar is to provide an in-depth exploration of the historical evolution of women's political rights and reflected on the journey of women in politics, focusing on their historical progress, the barriers they still face, and the transformative impact of their leadership. Um, by understanding where we've come from, we can better advocate for the equality that remains to be achieved. The journey of women in politics is far from over. This webinar is just the beginning of an important conversation, and we hope it inspires you to take action, to reflect on how far we've come, and help pave the way for the future generations of women to lead in every corner of the political world. So, next slide, please. So, historical context. In the early 20th century, the fight for women's political rights was defining moment in the history of gender equality. This period saw the rise of the suffrage movement, which ultimately granted women the right to vote across many nations. So, please play the video.
The 20th century was full of male-dominated roles in society. Women were portrayed as second-class citizens and didn't have many of the rights they deserved.
The United Nations established the equal rights of men and women in its charter as well as in its Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. This was one step in the right direction. The Civil War also brought new opportunities for change. There were new political, social, and financial prospects. New amendments to the Constitution paved the way for these changes. However, women were not allowed to vote, so these amendments had little impact on their lives. Women's suffrage was not touched upon by the 15th Amendment, which prohibited disenfranchisement on the basis of race. The lack of inclusion in the fight for equality led Susan B. Anthony, a prominent activist, to form the National Women's Suffrage Association in 1869. Although feminists such as Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton fought for women's suffrage, they could not ameliorate the injustices of not being able to vote.
The addition of the 19th Amendment in 1920 sparked the NAWSA to start the League of Women Voters. After women gained the right to vote, mass media still targeted women in ads for household chores and other gender-sanctioned work.
This movement gained momentum, eventually reaching its climax with the passing of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1920. This piece of legislature was not alone in the movement's attempts to change the culture of the United States. The Equal Rights Amendment, first introduced in 1923, was brought up to guarantee equal rights for women. This amendment was to reach further than voting rights, expanding into the realm of civil rights for women as well. Unfortunately, this bill was never passed.
There were a few women's organizations that played a very vital role in women's suffrage. One was the National Federation Women's Club, which was formally endorsing the suffrage campaign by 1914. They had over 2 million white and colored women supporters. Around the same time, the WSPU, otherwise known as the Women's Social and Political Union in England, were using military tactics. They led hunger strikes, would picket the White House, and would commit other disobedient acts to publicize women's suffrage.
They created the Declaration of Sentiments, which stated that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Ayan, thank you for playing the video. So, we've seen women fight for their right to participate in governance. The suffrage movements in the late 19th and early 20th century across the globe were milestones in this ongoing struggle for political inclusion. So, key figures like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton in the US and Emmeline Pankhurst in the UK led the charge, and these women and many other organized marches, protests, and civilized disobedience to demand in securing voting rights for women. Yet their efforts were often met with immense opposition. As we reflect on the 20th century, we see women leading nations and pushing the boundaries of what was once thought impossible. So next slide, please. Yeah, yeah. The suffrage movement. In 1906, Finland became the first European country to grant full suffrage to women. And Finland made a groundbreaking step by becoming the first European country to grant full suffrage to women. This decision came after years of activism and demand for equality from Finnish women's suffrage movement. The movement gained momentum in the late 19th century, and Finnish women were already active in political life through their participation and in campaigns and the formation of women's organizations. Finland's action was also significant because it happened in the context of political upheaval. Finland was under Russian's imperial rule at the time, and many believed that the expansion of suffrage was a tactic to weaken Russian control over the region. Nevertheless, the Finland's decision to grant women the right to vote and stand for the office remained as a critical milestone in the global fight for women's political equality. And then next is 1918. The United Kingdom women had been campaigning for suffrage for decades, and their persistence finally paid off in 1918. The Representation of the People Act was passed in response to the pressure from suffragists, particularly from Women and Social and Political Union, or WSPU, led by Emmeline Pankhurst and the other suffrage organizations. Under the new law, women aged 30 and above who met certain property requirements were granted the right to vote, marking a significant through partial victory for suffrage movement. The Equal Franchise Act of 1928 finally extended the right to vote to all women over at the age of 21. placing them on equal footing with men in terms of voting rights. This was a major achievement for the British women's suffrage movement and marked the end of the fight for women's voting rights in the UK. Next is 1920. In the United States, the fight for women's suffrage spans over 70 years and was an arduous determined struggle. The movement began in earnest at the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848, where women like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott advocated for women's rights, include the right to vote for decades, and suffragists like Susan B. Anthony, Alice Paul, and Carrie Chapman Catt led marches, protests, and petitions that government for suffrage. The turning point came with the passage of 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which was ratified on August 18, 1920. Um, this amendment prohibited the denial of voting rights based on sex, guaranteeing that women could vote across the United States. The ratification of the 19th Amendment was the culmination of years of tireless work by suffragists, but it also marked a new beginning for women in politics. So, this period marked the beginning of women's political agency in many parts of the world. This milestone marked a pivotal shift, allowing women to enter the political arena and lay the foundation for future political involvement. So, next slide, please.